With decision process, it's important that we understand how to uncover all the steps in the decision-making process and ultimately document the decision-making process as well, so we can share it with our champion, economic buyer, and all the stakeholders involved in the purchase decision. There are 4 steps here in documenting the decision-making process. Number 1, we gotta be curious and we need to ask questions. Number 2, we need to really expect and understand what are the typical steps that our customers are gonna go through. And then number 3, we should be proactive in guiding them. And then number 4, we should be documenting it in a mutual plan. So let's dive into each one. First, curiosity is so important. We need to sit down with our champion, we need to sit down with all the stakeholders, and we need to go step by step and uncover all the steps in the decision-making process. And we need to understand the who and the when. So we gotta go through step by step, and for every step, all right, who's gonna do it? When does it have to be done by? It takes time. However, if we get this done right, then we've got clarity around all the steps required in order for them to make a purchase decision. And then once we've got the full list of steps, it's our job as experts in the field to provide them with some additional steps that they may have missed. Steps that we know also highlight some of our competitive differentiators. It's an important thing to do, and I encourage you to introduce steps as long as it doesn't make the sales cycle go way too long. The steps that you introduce based on your expertise and based on your company best practices should be there to add value and should be there in the spirit of partnership and helping your customers drive additional success and additional value. Here are some typical decision-making process steps. Things like demonstrations, reference calls, security reviews, technical audits, on-site visits, and the list goes on and on. Each of you has your own list of steps that you expect your customers to go through. Know them, be aware of them, and expect them. And then finally, once we've uncovered the steps and we've got clarity around the who and the when for every step in the process, and we've been curious and we've confirmed and reconfirmed, then it's important that we document it. Highly recommend creating a mutual plan. This mutual plan will be co-created between you and between your champion. And with that, you're going to be in a great position to drive a win in your favor. Don't forget, let's get every step in the decision-making process. And the steps can be technical and they can be approval focused around business approvals, and make sure they're written down and documented and shared in a co-created mutual plan with your champion and the influencers and all the stakeholders so you can drive towards a purchase decision in your favor.